This week on Centennial Student News.
We're taking a look at technology in the medical field.
Our reporter is taking a dive into the science behind white sands.
We hit the New Mexico State University campus to ask you your thoughts on artificial intelligence.
All that coming up. Stay tuned because Centennial Student News starts right now.
Hey Hawks, welcome to this week's episode of Centennial Student News, our final Crazy 8 edition. I'm your anchor, Matthew Britton.
And I'm Layla Garcia. We're doing one last practice round before we take on nationals next week in Long Beach, and this week we're talking everything science and tech.
First, we're taking a look at how technology is used in the medical field, even though we may not always see it.
Reporter Evan Rogers is giving you the details. Check it out.
In a cohort study conducted by Michigan Surgical Quality Collaborative found that the use of robotic surgeries increased from 1.8% to 15.1% from 2012 through 2015. This number is only increasing as the medical technologies get better and better, like the ever-advancing Da Vinci system that is being used in hospitals all around the U.S.
Got the Da Vinci Xi. We got 2 robots in room 6 and 7. Basically, it's more minimal invasive whenever we use those robots because it's less wear and tear on the body. Right now, we do a lot of general surgery, so we do robotic-assisted laparoscopic cholecystectomies, which is basically removing the gallbladders, robotic-assisted laparoscopic total hysterectomies, and bilateral salpingectomy oophorectomies, which means we take out the cervix, we take out the uterus, we take out the fallopian tubes, and we take out the ovaries with that robot as well.
Medical field is ever changing, with new technologies creating new forms of innovative medical treatments that will allow people to live longer and healthier lives. Reporting for the Student Television Network, this has been Evan Rogers.
Here in Las Cruces, most of us know and love White Sands as a day trip we make with our family and friends.
But in addition to the beautiful scenery, there's a lot of science behind the national park. Samara Marquez is taking a look.
For years, White Sands National Monument has been a fun and exciting place for family and friends to go on trips, but the science behind the sand has been overlooked. How exactly did it become White Sands? What's so special about it? We investigate the origin of this peculiar sand with Professor Frank Ramos.
The lake was called Lake Lucero, and it dried up between 12 and 24,000 years ago, and that lake had a lot of gypsum in it, and the winds have kind of abraded that material. It's gypsum, but it's a form of just gypsum we call selenite. And selenite is actually clear, but when it gets scratched up, it looks white. And that's why we have the white sands of the White Sands National Monument. The sand dunes form as a result of the wind blowing this material that erodes at the basin. It's Tularosa Basin that dries and has solid gypsum, and that weathers, breaks up, and then the wind transports that.
The bizarre sand has some scientists researching it for years and is also pretty rare, with it being one of the biggest deserts with white sand in the world. If you ever have time and are in the area, I recommend going to White Sands National Monument and checking out this strange, interesting sand. For Student Television Network, I'm Samara Marquez reporting.
We'll be right back with weather after this short break. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Ron Backus from Mesilla Park Services. We do the Yellowbird Solar, and we're just really excited. Thank you guys for coming and visiting us. We're a company that's been around here since 2011, but we've been in the industry for over 42 years. Tell a little bird sent you.
Matthew, what do you think about AI?
I think it's a great, useful tool, but it's a little bit scary.
There's a lot of differing opinions, and that's why Jaden Sanchez took a trip to the university to ask for some feedback on artificial intelligence.
Artificial technology is used almost every day in our life. Today I'm going to ask people what their thoughts are on the upcoming AI technology. What comes to mind when you think artificial intelligence?
Well, I guess it's just like the new era. When you think of artificial intelligence, you think of, I guess, a new way of thinking in a sense.
Do you think AI will have a positive or negative impact in the long run in society?
It depends on how it's used. It can have ramifications that are positive or negative. It's all in the user.
I would say it probably has a negative impact just from my own standpoint, just based off of like what we've seen in movies and like the media.
Thank you, AI, for writing these questions for us. For Student Television Network, this has been Jaden Sanchez.
That's all we have for you this week, Hawks. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at @centenmedia_ and subscribe if you aren't already.
Wish us luck at STN next week in Long Beach and have a restful break.
Bye.